live.
It's up there, it says.
All right. Hello, everybody. How are you tonight? My name is Kristi, and this is Thursday Night Live. So I want to welcome you guys here. I have three of my most amazing friends, and I'm going to let them introduce themselves. But I just wanted to talk a little bit about what we are going to do tonight. So we're going to talk a little bit about community. We always like to do a little bit of personal development before we get into the next part of our little mastermind we have here. And that's when we go over our HBA funnel builder and all of the amazing benefits that it has. So again, my name is Kristi, and I have been married to Jim over there for maybe about like 800 years. No, 45 years. I think we have been married since 1997. And yes, and we have a 26-year-old daughter who is a middle school math teacher. And Jim and I have been doing online and offline marketing for most of our life. And so we're really here to kind of help others, inspire others, and just kind of see where life takes us. And so with that, I'm going to ask my friend Marian, would she like to come out and tell us a little bit about ourselves, and then we could just go around the room.
Okay, let's play Ring Around the Rosie.
I love that game.
My name is Marian LaSalle. I'm living in the Sam Houston National Forest, out in the middle of nowhere near a lake, Lake Livingston, and I love it. I love it. And one of the great things about me is that I can work from anywhere. I could be in a motorhome and in your driveway in 10 minutes fast. As long as you have good, strong internet. So just like Kristi, I love helping. I love technology and what it can do for us. Ever since I heard that AOL sound, which I can't duplicate, that said you were online, I was in love. And ever since then, I have seen what kind of trouble it was going to get me into. All right. How about you, Gail?
Gail Kendig here at your service. And I'm from upstate New York. We're in Rochester, so it's between Buffalo and Syracuse at the top of the state. People always think when we're from New York, we're from New York City, but we live out where the cows are in the buffalo roam. So it's nothing at all like New York City. And I come from the corporate world, but I'm also in the community that you guys are in that we're going to be talking about. And I actually started out, oh, my liver, I'm going to be 68 in another couple days. So I have such a long history of working, but one of my first jobs was at a dating service, but I didn't know it was a dating service. And then eventually went into the corporate world. So I like to say that I've worked like between the bedroom and the boardroom. So matching people up. And I've been actually recruiting that whole time. I'm going to say since 1988, I started as a recruiter. So I've been matching people to people my whole entire life and still doing it, So yeah, that's just a little bit of a nutshell, but that's it.
That's an interesting story. I want to hear more.
When I talk about my whole history, the only thing that ever at the very end of my time, people will inevitably say, how about that dating service? What was that all? And it's like, really, people?
Somehow I get that. Hey, Jim, would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. I'm Jim, and I don't know if Kristi said we're living in Florida. We've been in Florida pretty much our whole lives. Right now, we're right around Lake Okeechobee, the big eye of Florida. We have a property that's actually connected, and we can access the Atlantic Ocean and the Gulf of Mexico from where we're at by boat.
Wow.
So we love where we're at. I usually talk about my tech side because I've been in tech most of my life, but I also, my business started back when I was probably 4 or 5 years old and started a grape juice stand. And then I went on to do I sold stuff out. I ordered one of those kits out of the back of a comic book that let me sell stuff door to door. So I went door to door selling like wrapping paper and gifts like that, almost like a school fundraiser, but it was my own little fundraiser, and I actually got paid to do it. And I was very young when I did that. So that's where I first started my adventures. I remember I got like $40 and a telescope in the 4th grade for doing that. And so that's as far back as I can recall being an entrepreneur. So Kristi says we've done stuff on and offline almost our whole life. Well, I have basically my whole life. And even at those ages, I was programming on a computer as well at very young age. So I've done both of those kind of together. So anyways, so we all love helping people, and that's a lot of why we're here tonight. We're here to talk about helping people. We're here to talk about belief and confidence and sharing in communities. And some of that's going to go back to the community that we're in, and some of it may be just to kind of spur you finding a community. Maybe not necessarily that you find our community, but that you just find a community that of like-minded individuals. We invite you to our community. That's why we do these calls. We are trying to gather people into our business opportunity and into our community, but we're here to help people get an edge going on in their life. So I will go ahead and start it off with the first one, and that would be networking with other leaders. And if you network with other leaders, a lot of people will say, try not to be the smartest person in the room, because if you're the smartest person in the room, you're probably not going to learn a whole lot, right? So you want to try to put yourself in the position. Now, maybe you don't want to be the dumbest one in the room, but you might not want to be the smartest one in the room either, because that way you can share a little and you can gain a little, so that is one way that you can work on some confidence, is to network with other leaders. Anybody else got one?
Sure. So when we were discussing the idea of talking about community and basically what that means to me, one of the things that really sparked me was that because I have very low self-confidence, I've always had it, I've always struggled with it, having a community of people that get me, that know me, that take the time to really see me. When I don't have the confidence or the belief in myself, those people, they help me find that confidence. And I have example of that within this community. And it's priceless, because there are so many times, especially when you own your own business, that you lack the confidence to know what you're doing. Like being here, being around other people that have the same goals as you, the same dreams. They really help me see what I sometimes forget to see in myself. So to me, that's the hugest benefit of community and how it really helps my belief in myself. So that's it. Anybody else have an idea or a thought?
Go
Gail?
ahead, Marian.
Oh,
Sure.
Okay, Gail.
Yeah, I mean, I think to piggyback on the community is, okay, so for one thing, I see, Kristi and Marian a lot because of our community, and we do other things together. And I see that when you two are helping other people, which you are like 24/7, there is, like scripturally, there's a thing saying, it's in its glory. Like when an eagle or a bird is flying and they're so beautiful, they're in their glory. They're doing what they were supposed to be doing. And that's why it just is, you're in awe when you see that. Or you'll see someone who is like so good at what they're doing that they forget about time, and they forget about eating, they forget about, they're like, oh my gosh, I haven't eaten all day, and that's what you guys are. You're in your glory when you're helping other people. And that's what I noticed very much, where you guys are your happiest when you're helping other people. And I think that it's true. I mean, I don't think I'm making it up. And I'm not trying to just, puff you guys up. It's just that I feel you're in the zone, like you were meant to be doing this. And this is the place where you grow because you love it. And it gives you a sense of significance. As a human being, we have these emotions that it's a basic need for every human being. It's a sense of significance, a sense of purpose, a sense of fulfillment. I could go on. There is quite a few of them, but you guys, it seems like this is the perfect place for you, and then for other people who have these insecurities in different compartments, where you have strengths and then you embrace them. Like you can feel the virtual hugs. It's just so wonderful. So anyway, that's what I think.
That's good, Gail, and I agree with you. I do. I agree so much. When you have anybody, a spouse, a family, a community, even, if you go to church, school, it doesn't matter. If you can find your tribe, you feel more comfortable. You feel like you can do more. I remember many times in my life that I got into a group or a community and I just didn't fit in, if you know what I mean. It's just a feeling. It's a feeling of,
Yeah.
I'm like the oddball here. Everybody else seems to be having a good time. And it just wasn't me. But when I found the community I felt good in, it was like, oh, I felt so good. And you're right, this community that we're in right now is the most me, the most I have ever felt the real me can come out. So if you have a family community and they don't pay attention to you, they don't see what you're doing, if you have, a community that looks at you like, really, it's like that anti-virtual hug that Gail was talking about. Right. It's like you can feel that, right? So I encourage everybody that's listening or watching us tonight to try to find their community. And if you need help with that, any one of us would be grateful and thankful if you reached out and let us help you find that right community. Like Jim said, it might not be our community, it might be a different community, and that's okay.
And another one is to celebrate wins. And this is one I think kind of sticks with the same thing. And I think that this week in particular, or maybe the last 2 weeks, our community has been doing the challenge, the Good Parts Challenge.
Good Parts Challenge.
And a lot of people have really come out of their comfort zone just because of a little bit of a challenge. And they've really seen, and I think Gail is one of them that's really seen, she can get in front of the camera and it's not that big a deal just because she's got in front of the camera to do something that's a little more personal, so and I think that's the biggest thing about getting on camera, is knowing what it is that you're going to talk about takes away most of that fear. So when you're just going to talk about something personal and you're just going to kind of flow with it, you don't have that fear anyways. And then the more you do it, it's like, well, I mean, what's it matter that that I'm on camera? Just like Paul said today, I'll do another one tomorrow anyways. So if I
mess up, who cares, right?
Right. So celebrating wins. I know that I went briefly through that, but that's something we do a lot, is celebrate wins in our community. And it really helps a lot of people be boosted up. And I think it really does. It increases beliefs and confidence at the same time.
Yeah.
I
It
think
reminds
I
me
can
of my
piggyback.
yoga teacher, and she says, stand up straight, pull the string out of your hair. It's like, it makes you feel better when you have somebody recognizing that you did something cool. I like that.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, I think that for me, I haven't done a video in 7 years. And so I kept,
Oh.
being hesitant. But what took me out of my comfort zone was that, like everything, when it's self-driven, it's different than when you're doing it for others. I will always do something for others before I'll do something for myself. And it took me out of the self. And I
Right.
knew that I would be bringing value to someone else. And if I could help them in any way, then I was going to do that. And I didn't care about all the intricacies with the description and the SEO and the Chinese part of it that the different foreign language. I just did what I did, and that's what I did. And if I messed up, then I messed up, and I'll learn little as I go. But it did not stop me from doing the video, because it was for other people, not for me. So that's what I think helps a lot.
It seems like you're saying, like, you put your heart out there to do something for someone else, and that is who you are. So you didn't necessarily have to worry about everything else, because you just knew you wanted to give your heart.
Right.
Yeah, that makes a lot of
Yeah.
sense. I was gonna mention one other thing that really means a lot for me with community, and that is a sense of belonging. And Marian had kind of mentioned a little bit about it. And there are people in your life, and they don't always see what you see. And I've talked about that before. One of my bestest friends, she sends me TikToks, and they're funny. And sometimes I'm like, is there something kind of wrong with me that, I'm watching business videos or personal development videos, and my friends are watching cat TikToks? Like, is something wrong with me? And then I know that the people in this space and in this community, they get me, and they get the fact that I would rather watch a video about, if I was going to watch a video, someone sent me one about plants that actually they talk, and when they're injured, they talk more. And like, that's learning, that's education, that's filling my mind with curiosity. And, I just feel like I have a sense of belonging. People get me. People are not going to think I'm weird because I do online business. And I just feel this sense of belonging and this sense of connection. And that's just what this community does for me. And I hope that I do that for others. So that was just kind of on my heart.
Well, I have to tell you the story how I got, of course, I've been in this community for probably a year now. And I struggled through the tech stuff because I don't have a gym in my life. And I'm also, my brain, cells are kind of leaving me a little bit, and I concentrate more on chocolate than anything. But when our communities all together, it's awesome. Like the pictures are like 50 on a page, and they go 5 pages deep. And it's like awesome. And all of a sudden one day I heard, "I'll help you, Gail. I'll help you." And I thought, I'm like looking around like it was some heavenly voice, like, who's saying that? Like, I literally, because there's so many people on the screen, I'm like, who's talking to me and who's saying that? Who wants to help me? And I was like almost like gonna cry. And then I see the green when a person's talking and I see the frame and it's Marian, and I'm like, oh, and I'm like, oh, okay. And Marian is like saying, I want to help you. I will work with you. And I'm like, oh my liver, there's somebody that wants to help me. And it was so awesome. I'll never forget that moment, because I'm looking around like, who said that? Like, did I really, is it an audible voice telling me I'll help you? Anyway, you had to be there, but I was like, I won't forget it. But our community, that's what our community is like. And you guys are all, I mean, Jim is always, helping somebody almost every day. Like he pops in and he helps the owners, he's the wizard of our community.
It's true.
Well, one of my notes I have here is help others be more successful. And to me, the reason to do that is to actually learn more. Because if you focus on helping others learn, then invariably you learn, because you're always, a lot of people will say, Jim, how do you know the product so well, the back office so well, and the funnel builder so well? Well, I use it all the time because I want to be able to bring something to the meeting. I want to be able to bring something to the community. And so that's what I study it a lot. And
it's ever changing, so you never run out of stuff to give them, right? Because technology changes every day.
Right. So that also leads into know and use your product. So that's one of the big things, especially in a lot of other businesses, but this business too, HBA, there's so many people that come in and ask, I don't want to say a silly question really, because there is no silly question or dumb question, but there's a lot of learning. There's a lot of teaching in this inside of the system that would prevent 50% at least of the silly questions. So just knowing and using your product would increase that belief and increase your confidence in using it, so
yeah, for
And
sure.
I think to speak on that, sometimes when you're in a community and 2 or 3 people watch the same training, they might get different point of views. And so when someone asks a question, even if it's the same question that was already asked, let's say a month ago, let's say Gail asked a question a month ago, and then John comes in and Gail, she asked the question, she got the answer, then she learned a different perspective on that answer or on that portion of whatever she was doing. And then let's say we didn't have the question again, or like our community didn't have a place where people can go and connect 24/7, and then John didn't have a place to ask, Gail's point of view would never get out there, because let's say Jim found it to be this way, a very technical way, and Gail learned it from Jim and then put her own spin on it. And now she has a very, beautiful and thought producing spin on it. Well, then John learns from Gail and it's different. Now John has the knowledge of Jim and Gail, and then he can go and teach Sue. And so when you have a community that have so many different strengths and weaknesses and uniquenesses that come together, like Jim said, no question is silly, because we're constantly learning and things are constantly changing. So when you have so many points of views, it's like magic. And that's exactly magic. What I think about our community is it's like magic, because nobody is scared or feels like they can't ask the question, and nobody is unwilling to answer the question.
I saw some magic today.
Yeah.
When Gail said something about, what are you guys talking about with the hashtags? because
How do you use the hashtags, right?
because everybody's at a different place, and everybody, so I saw so many people say, oh, thank you, Gail, for asking that, because I didn't know that either. Like, I knew it, but I forgot. I said to Kristi, I said, oh my God, I forgot to start adding the hashtags. So you're right, there's no silly question, and thank God we have people who are willing to step out and say, well, what is that? What are you talking about? How does that work? I love that. That's magic right there.
That is magic. That is
Yeah.
magic. I don't know if anybody has anything else to say about community, but I did have one more thing that I really wanted to say, and it happened today. And we have been planning kind of all week that we were going to talk about it, and kind of gathered what we were going to say to have a flow. But today, Marian spoke on the
Oh,
master.
yeah, the girl.
Yes, the Grow Rich Mastermind. And so that is a community in itself. And I mean, we don't have enough time to talk about how wonderful that is. But because of community, Paul, who founded that mastermind, was able to ask Marian to step in at a moment's notice. And because of who she is, she said yes. But then she asked Gail to help her read the confidence formula. And guess what? Gail said yes immediately. So just like that, Paul, who created this wonderful, community, maybe not even be a big enough, great enough word, but they just so graciously stepped in and did it. And it blew my mind. It blew my mind how they just said yes. It was out of their comfort zone, probably. They just said yes.
Yeah, not probably, it was. My hands were sweating. I was telling Kristi, I didn't know your hands could sweat, but they were just dripping.
And she did such an awesome job. And I remember when the first time they asked me, because I'm new to the community, then I thought I was just so blessed. I mean, come on, I don't even know these people, and they're asking me to be on this call, and I was just so honored. I mean, you would think I won Miss America, and they gave me the roses, and I'm going down with the crown. It's like I just felt like $1 million, and it was just so awesome. And I get to do it again next week, I guess. But I love it. I love our community. I love the Grow Rich call. I love, I just love this is what we hear a lot. And when we get new people in, they're overwhelmed. They're like, you've got to be kidding me. I can't believe this even exists.
Right.
And even for me, 6 years, it was already 6 years old, I guess now 7 years, as the community. And I'm thinking, why did they call me sooner? Who didn't call me? How could they not have called me? I've wasted 6 years of my life, but it's just so awesome. Like, better late than never. And it'll keep going. Just like the call this morning is already 12 years old that Paul Hutchings put together. It's going on 13. So amazing. Every morning, Monday through Friday, to get you up and inspired for the day. It's just awesome.
Yeah. If you ever need a reason to get out of bed in the morning, there is the reason.
Yeah, it's awesome. So awesome. And people, yeah.
And then I did have one more written down here, and it's be at as many events as you can. And then that way you'll collect all this information. You'll be part of the people. You'll be a recognized face. If there's a camera situation, turn your cameras on, so that people actually start to know you. I know a lot of people are nervous of the camera being on, but that's how people start to know who you are, and so those are some things to just be at the events. Stepping back from that a little, some companies only have events like every quarter or every year, and they say make sure you're at the event, or you can't make any money because you got to be at all the events. And that's kind of why, because if they're not having events daily, well, you'll never really get to see and know the company if you don't go to the major events then.
Right.
So, but with our company, we have events 13 times a week, you know.
A week. A
Right.
week.
And you
Where you
wonder
can
how we
see.
become such great friends.
And you can see the beautiful faces on the screen, and they go for days. You know, sometimes I click the button and I just see, more and more and more people.
Right.
Yeah,
That
it's
is so
awesome.
true, Jim. I mean, we do
Yeah.
have events. They might not be every day, like, go somewhere events. But we do have that once a year. And even that you can do virtually. But seeing everyone's face every
Yeah.
day, it's priceless.
It makes it so much more real. I mean, it's not just a system. It's not just a program that you're plugged
No.
into. It's an
No.
actual community of live people, that you're a part of. And
It's a family. It's a
It's a
family.
Family.
It becomes a family.
Family of choice, I say.
And
Family
it's-
of choice.
and it becomes a place of people that you want to help succeed, so.
You're right.
And I even see Gail helping people here and there with her little new lessons of knowledge. So
Nuggets, my nuggets of knowledge, yes.
that's right. All right. So we've covered our mindset portion. We're gonna slide over into some technology portion now. So let
What
me
about
transition.
comments? Are there any comments?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
There's
And
a couple of comments, and
can you read them?
Ricky said she totally agrees with Kristi. She's so appreciate. She says, I so appreciate and am grateful to all the HBA people. Glad I'm here and can receive, which is sometimes hard for me. She also said she finally got here. Woo. Still need to integrate get response with my site. So that's
Okay.
part of what we're going to talk about a little bit in this next half an hour is
Hey,
so
you're in the right place at the right time then, Ricky.
That's right.
that's right. So
Anything, no other
let's-
comments?
That's the only two comments so far.
All right. All right.
Let me share my screen. And I'll give you a little more details of why you're here, what you're here for. You should be on a page that looks something like this. There are actually two versions out there. I don't know if anybody else is using the other version, but it should look exactly the same. You shouldn't notice any difference of it. This button right here in the center of the screen, the $25 all-in-one business, is how you can become part of our community, the HBA community. When you push this button, you'll come over here to the all-in-one business. That's what we've talked about a few times. If you then push this button, you'll come over to the order form. You see the Home Business Academy. You've probably heard us say that name a few times. That's the company that Paul and Mike are the founders of. We recommend that you scroll down here and push this button right here and get the 14-day test drive to the premium traffic and conversions. It will rebill at $125 a month. It does have an 80% commissions on it. So if you resell that, you'll make $100 for everyone you resell. If you can't afford it or you don't find it valuable, cancel within the 14 days. No big deal whatsoever. You won't be recharged for it. The $25 gets you the funnel builder that we're going to talk about here in just a moment. So once you have your affiliate program set up, you can come down here to the bottom of the page and you can put in your affiliate token. As you go through, it'll make more sense to you, but your affiliate token will look something like this. Then when you put in your affiliate token on this page, you click this button and then your link will pop up right here. All you have to do is copy this link and you can share that with people, and we will sell for you here every Thursday night, like we are doing right now for whoever is here visiting us and watching us. So that's really the gist of what we have going on. I will go ahead and pop a book on the page that you can also get. So let me do that real quick. I will unveil the book. So if you refresh your page right now, just click your little refresh button. There's the escape plan down here. You can get that absolutely free just for coming along with us this far. And again, that button will be coded to whoever sent you here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to dive into some actual training on the funnel builder. Let me stop my share because I should have switched screens, but I didn't. Anything you guys want to say before I share again?
I just that last time you, and you don't have to show it, but you did that really cool thing where you put someone's name in the affiliate token area and showed how it actually worked, and I thought that was pretty cool.
Okay.
I mean, I thought it was really neat because it kind of.
And
Go ahead, Gail.
are we also asking our fellow community people to come on board to do this, to bring people if they want? And they do have to be on in order to, or no, they can give the link to somebody and have them watch this.
Right.
But we have to create a link for them.
Right.
You
So
guys,
if you
you
are
have to
already,
be there.
if you are already an affiliate of HBA and the Funnel Builder, and you put your token, which if you are an affiliate, you will have very detailed instructions on how to do that. So you'll never not know. And Jim will give an example. If he can, he'll give an example of how that works. But the great thing about that is now we are here on a Zoom, the four of us, but if you are an affiliate for HBA, even if you get started tonight, you can take that affiliate token, put it in that little box, press the button, and then go and copy that link. And then that is your affiliate token. So you would give someone that you thought might enjoy this community or that you thought may need a funnel builder or website, you can share that link with them and it will tag to you. So you never have to worry about not having that connection, or in the affiliate world, if you bring someone into a program, they are tagged to you and then you get that commission, which is one of the most powerful things about our community is the 80% commission. But if you don't want to go on camera, or you don't want to, or you just want the extra layer of sales, you want to send someone here, you resonate with what we say and what we do here, you can send your prospects to this video with that token that Jim's going to show you, and it sells itself. Like right now, you are watching this video and you're not an HBA, you want to click that button and you want to get started and you want to be part of this community. Well, guess what? The people that that know, like, and trust you, they're going to want to also. So you just share that link with them. They sign up and instantly you get credit for that. You make that 80% commission. Hopefully that makes sense. If not, you can put a comment down and Jim will read it and we can go through. Jim, did you find that?
So once you sign up and you get your affiliate token can be plugged in down here. So what I'll do is I'll put my name down here, Jim Hall. Then when I push this button, you can see my name actually plugs into this link up here. And so this would become my website. Now, my token is not Jim Hall, it's that other token. Okay. So that is my actual link. But this link then becomes your link, and you can use this in all of your marketing. So the same thing. Anybody that's here, whether you're in HBA or just getting into HBA, can use this page and we will sell for you. It's just like the one for the Saturday new orientation.
Like the new orientation.
Works the same kind of way. I know there's an actual affiliate link for it, but it works the same kind of way. This is a sales page that you can use just by putting in your token down here. And then you can take away this link once your token is plugged in there. Now you could just plug your token in up here and just take this link, but I've made it so that it will do it for you, so there's no error in duplicating the page. Does that make sense?
So can they actually watch one of these recordings by putting the link in, watch an actual recording and sign up with a recording?
Yes, this will stay up all week. So if there's something here that, like, if you wanted to highlight and say, hey, I was on the Thursday Night Live last night, go check it out. You can give the link to your list, and they can come here,
that's cool.
and it'll be here all week long.
Oh, I love that.
Okay.
Oh, that's wonderful. You guys are amazing.
You're amazing, Pam.
Always giving. Oh, my liver. This is
Okay.
wonderful.
So now what we're going to do is we're going to get into list building. So part of what HBA is and what the funnel builder is, the all-in-one business, is a tool to build any business. And what that amounts to is a website tool. And what we want to use the website tool for is capturing emails, is mostly what it's designed for. So we'll come in here and we'll make a new page. And I like to show, let me show the perfect templates, because they're the most easy to understand, I think. And then we'll select one of these, and I'm just going to call this Live Perfect. And this sets up a template for you to model off of. So let's say that you had a herbal business, you have a weight loss business. You could put here, follow my weight loss journey. And then how to get to the dream statement goes here. So you would put how I lost 45 pounds and you can too. And then you could put without
Giving up ice cream.
Somehow I was thinking of the ice cream.
Ice cream. Okay. And then so
Liar.
you would end up here putting in like your before and after picture, right? So there's a good picture you could put in there. Look how great I look after my 45 pounds of weight loss. And then, I mean, you should have a before picture too, but I don't have a before picture on my computer. And then
You look a lot different there.
Yeah, that doesn't look like you.
Yeah,
Jim.
you do. You look better there.
Well, that is Kristi, by the way.
Yes.
Looks a lot different there too,
This
huh?
is actually me. I weighed almost 300 pounds when I was about 32. I lost a lot of weight, and I decided I was going to go get glamour shots. So I put a few pounds back on, but, you know.
Lost 155 pounds, was down to 136 at this point.
Wow.
So the neighbors didn't even recognize her. So
And I didn't eat ice cream.
Right.
You didn't have any fun. Now you're having fun.
Right. Hey, you know, it was easier because Jim was in Iraq. So,
Yeah.
Oh,
you know, Jim
Wow.
was the life of the party. So,
I lost 105 pounds at the same time. So then we ended up going to we went to Vegas after we'd lost 260 pounds together. We had a blast. It was very exciting times.
Oh, cute. That's great.
So then after that, you just put in your information here. And as you saw, this was already made for you. So a lot of our templates are pre-made. You just kind of fill in the examples and then fill in your stuff that you want to go to. So for this, you might have like a link over to your Herbalife or your other kind of business, whatever it is you're in. Shackley, you know, there's a bunch of different businesses out there that would go along with something like this. And then you would just go to there. Then you would go to your get response list and connect it to that so that you could start to send them over to your list. And the reason that you want to do this is for the most part, most company web pages don't convert very well. So when people land on your company pages, they're just things posted on their page. They're not really designed to make you sales. So, you know, they're not marketers. They're just page builders that built those pages. So you need to kind of bridge people to getting those products. You need to bridge them to who you are and how you got the results that you got. So by collecting their emails, you can then follow up with them for however long that takes. Some people take 2 emails. Some people take 100 emails before they end up buying from you. I've heard people say, so-and-so's been on my list for 4 years. I think the Freedom couple, I can't think of their name right now, Christian and Rita Joy.
Rita Joy.
Oh,
I think they were on the call for like 10 years before they even discovered
Wow.
HBA, right? So I mean, they've been part of the Grow Rich call for like 10 years and just now
Wow.
became part of HBA, you know.
Didn't
So
realize it.
so
Pretty amazing.
that's why that you want to do this. Now, to connect your get response to this, it's real simple. All you have to do is come in here and go to your applications. There's a setting in here. So you would add an application. You would come in here to, well, get response won't show up because it's already there, but you would basically pull up one of these like MailChimp. It will say, put in your API key, right? So you go over to get response and you log in and you go to tools and you go to integrations and API and you go here to API. And then what I usually do whenever I'm making a new connection, I generate a new API and I'll name it whatever that domain is. So for instance, if that domain was Gail Kendig, I would name it that, Kendig.
Gail with a K, of course.
Hail, Kendig.
Gail,
All right.
Gail Kendig. That was just
New
a
nickname.
typo. And then you would generate that, right? So now you just come down here and copy that, and you come over here and you, I don't know why it went away, and you paste that into your API. You save and verify. Of course, it's not valid, and it will then cause this little block to pop up in there. And as long as you have lists in there already, then they will pop up and you can use them. I have a few. So
Just a few.
so that's the gist of creating a capture page and connecting it to a list. What did that take? That took about 10 minutes. Now,
Maybe.
this isn't a great one, right? But it's not bad for putting together in a few minutes. Now, there's also a whole bunch of different versions in here. So you can add new step. If you want to sell like the HBA gives you a couple of specific ones for the HBA. So you have something like this, where you can sell and give away the 30-minute workday book, the book that's on your screen. And so that's one version. You could use a version, there's another one like we did. You could use a version like this, where you have clone this $1 million funnel, and then there's more information. And the same idea, you're just putting words on the screen and connecting your form to your get response or whatever autoresponder you're using. And then there's, let's see what other types we have here. There's a freebie opt-in. There's a, let's see what this preview one is. So here's just a version, the same kind of thing, just different words, a picture. So this one could have been used just about the same situation. Here's one with a video. So if you wanted to put a video on it, you could pull that over. And the video you would just put in like your YouTube video, or maybe, wherever you have your video hosted at, it just goes right in here, super easy. Let's select this one so you can see that. And I'll call this video live.
That's cool.
No discard.
Yeah, that's really cool.
So then all you have to do is, let me.
Putting the link in, watch an actual recording and sign up with a recording?
Yes, this is
Recording?
Oops.
So what I wanted to say while you're doing that is, just so everybody who's watching knows that this is just basically what I wanted to say while Jim doing a demo. This isn't necessarily meant to be a training. The trainings that we have are so in depth, step by step. This is just a quick demo to allow you to see what the funnel builder does. And every week we kind of focus on a different aspect of the funnel builder. So if this is a little bit fast or confusing, just know that this time here, Thursday Night Live, it's just an overview. It's just a short way so that you can see what the funnel builder capabilities are. So hopefully that makes sense.
Yeah, we try to squeeze in as much as we kind of can in a half an hour or so that you can get the idea of what is available. And so you can see, I just popped in my video here, free video, cool headline. So you might say, watch last night's live.
So people can be watching this, as many people like right now as possible. There could be hundreds of people on.
There could be hundreds.
As we grow, we'll get more and more people.
Right.
Watch. And every week you cover something else that you can train on, because it's so overwhelming what HBA Funnel Builder has to offer. You could never cover it. It's like endless. It just goes on and on and on.
It's
amazing.
Exactly. So we give a little bit of value in the beginning, some kind of value every week, and then some kind of what the funnel builder will do, what HBA can do. We might go into traffic and conversions, what's included in that. It's, we have all kinds of avenues of what's all included in the business to show people and hopefully make people some sales. There's no hard pressure. We're not gonna, bonus you in or anything like that. We're not gonna start adding stuff up and twist your arm or anything like that. But we just want to show you everything that's available. I don't know if, we did say it's $25. You get all of this for $25.
It's crazy. That's insane.
And so like last week we showed, I don't remember what we showed last week. Funnels, the quiz funnels and the survey funnels,
Yeah.
So you can see, the page you're on right now was built inside of this funnel builder. And like you see, it has replicating. It has a way to replicate for a team, which is really great for, like, if you have an MLM and you want to replicate stuff down for your team, you can do that without everybody in your team having to buy the funnel builder. You could force them to buy the funnel builder, either way, and share pages with them, So there's both options.
Right. That's the great thing about HBA and the funnel builder is it really doesn't matter what business you're doing, or if you don't have a business at all, if you're just really passionate about affiliate marketing, you can become an affiliate of just the funnel builder and the traffic and conversions and make, a pretty substantial income. So, we have clients that are trivia hosts. We have clients that do lawn care. And then we have people that just sell affiliate stuff. So it really is limitless on who can use the funnel builder and who can really benefit from what we offer.
I just found out about the memberships and also courses. The education right now is booming where you can actually build a course on our funnel builder. So if you're a coach or you're you just have anything you want to teach, you're an expert at anything or not, I mean, whatever, you can build courses. And I mean, that's just the tip of the iceberg, what we're saying. There's just still so much more.
Absolutely.
Do we have any comments?
Let me check. Ricky said, Marian was absolutely brilliant on the call this morning. So grateful to both her and Gail for their leading the call. Thank you both.
That's great. I appreciate that. Thank you, Ricky.
That's
It was a lot of
sweet,
fun.
Ricky.
Everything in this community is fun for me. You know, it may seem a little stressful at times with all the technology, but my goodness, there's nothing we can't do here. And that's what I think Jim's getting at. It's like,
$25.
what do you want to do? And it's only $25. Okay, what do you want to do? We'll figure out a way to do it.
Absolutely.
And 80% commission just to help other people. That's one of the things I think is so important. And it's the same thing that, I said earlier about even the videos, but if we get our focus off of ourselves and, take the girdle off your brain and think of how this can help other people, focus on what they're doing. Oh, you know what? I might be able to help you with something. You want to look into this. Ask people what they do, how they're doing it now. And, and we could probably save them, I'm sure, lots of money. Like just focus on other people. And I think that most of us would see that we would not be so nervous about our own education about it. Just take our time, learning as we go, but still helping as we go other people.
Today somebody called me and said, Marian, you got to see this website, this wonderful woman. She's a singer. She sings all over the country and she's just awesome. And I took a look at her website and I swear to you, it was built in front page in like 1995. I kid you not. It was the most, it was like, took me back, you know what I'm talking about. Okay. You know exactly what I'm talking about. And so he said, well, how do I approach her to let her know what a wonderful website she could have, for $25 a month? And so I think that's probably something that we should cover sometime soon is what are the words that we use to share this opportunity with people, to share our community? I mean, we know how good it is, but how do we express that?
Is that the same thing like approaching someone overweight and saying, hey, I sell a great weight loss product?
Right. You're right.
That's her little baby, right? That she's been growing since the 80s. And so it's hard. I mean, how hard did we struggle that we lost front page extensions because we built 10,000 pages in there?
I know.
Well, we are funnel builder. Like Mike said, every single one of our pages is a website. Okay. Every single page is a website. So if we have it, okay, so that singer, what I would do, I would create a front page. I would find pictures. I would do one for free, show it to her and say, look what I did.
Genius idea, Gail.
Brilliant.
Genius.
That's what I would do.
Gail is coming up in the world. I wanted to spotlight that on one thing because I know Gail has gotten a lot of help. How many days a week would you say you've been helped in the call?
Oh, well, I stopped asking questions in the call because I felt like I was overstepping my help, zone there.
You're glowed up.
Because Mike is so patient, and as I said, oh my, so I did stop, even though I needed help. But that's where Marian came in too, and Kristi. So I don't ask as many questions now. So
well, don't feel bad about asking because everybody needs the help. I mean, you see Lonnie there asking the help. You see other people asking.
Well, the hashtag was me today for sure because I was like,
You saw how many people you helped today by asking that
I said,
question.
I don't know
Gail.
how to use them.
There's plenty of people that don't have the nerve to ask. And I don't know if you've noticed lately, but nobody's been asking. There's been the last 15 minutes, we've not really had much to talk about because nobody's
I wonder
been asking.
about that. Why is that? There's so many questions people have.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why.
I think a lot of times you
They
don't
think
even
you're
know.
stupid.
You don't even know what you don't know.
Well, you don't know what to ask. You're overwhelmed, right? You're overwhelmed. But today, that one person asked about, remember yesterday I said, can we just get like a step-by-step? I went 3 different places to try to get a step-by-step for get response. And then what you did, Kristi, was show us step-by-step. And that was like tremendous. At least I have a little more confidence to go and hunt and peck myself. But before, I think I'm going to, I just think if I hit anything, I'm going to delete the whole thing. And then I will just have to take the bridge. So I just get nervous.
Yeah, and I definitely understand what you're saying. And I think I have a little bit of an advantage there because I mean, I don't want to say I grew up with Jim. That sounds a little weird, but we met when I was a kid, you know, and I am the type of person that will just click, 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 click. And he's always said to me, Kristi, whatever you do, I will fix it. So I've never held back on trying, learning. I am in the funnel builder every day. And I don't really have that fear because I know that I have the community, which I know that I'm a little bit more blessed than most because Jim is literally sitting next to me, but he has instilled in me that there is nothing that I can do that can't be fixed. And I very confidently feel that way, that, you know, don't be afraid because chances are, no matter what you do, if you make a mistake, someone in our community can help you fix it.
You know it.
Yeah.
And quickly too, how quickly they do it.
And Mike will log in and fix your page if it's messed up.
Oh yeah, he's great.
I've seen him do
He
it.
does that a lot. He did
If
that a
it's
lot for
something
me.
that he thinks you should be able to figure out, he might not fix it. But if it's messed up, he'll fix it, you know. So
He'll fix it. Yeah.
So that's a good thing too. All right, Marian, you want to bring us in and wrap this up?
Oh, I would absolutely love to. If you liked what we talked about today, if you understand that you need community, I want you to think about how you could do better sharing your message with the world. I know it's deep down inside you. I know you want to get it out to the world, and we can help you. So go down there and click that button. You want to show them one more time, Jim? Go down there and click that button that says, let's go, because that's the only way that you're going to get in, okay, is if you take a little step and just push that button and just join us, because we want to meet you. We want to have you in our community. I think that everybody here agrees with me. If you have a passion, if you have something that you want to share, we have everything that you need for $25 a month. So don't delay. Don't put it off till tomorrow. Go ahead and click that button and let's go. Ready?
Let's go. Let's do it.
Let's go.
All right.
Anytime you're watching this, you just hit that anytime.
All
Thank
right.
you so much. Thank you guys so much for being
Thanks
here.
everybody, whoever's here.
Thank you.
If you're here during the replay, just leave a message. I check this during the week and I will get back with you. So leave a message. And if I can't cover it, we will cover it next week.
That's
All right.
Thanks for saying that,
guys.
Jim.
Thank you.
Thanks,
you.
Kristi. Bye.
I love you all.
Marian.
Thank you, Gail, so much.
You're welcome. Thanks
Bye,
for asking me.